Now, there are upheavals that are taking place in Delhi and in West Bengal. Both the states are being run by the opposition-led governments. On one hand, there is Aam Aadmi Party, where Aam Aadmi Party is being accused of the liquor gate. We also took a look at how there was protests, there were accusations that were being put forth by the Aam Aadmi Party leaders over the possible arrest of Arvind Kejriwal by the Enforcement Directorate in Liquorgate. Now there is another case that has come to fore. There has been an accusation of substandard medicines and tests taking place in the Mohalla clinics, which are the pet project of Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. On the other hand, if we take a look at the eastern part of our country in West Bengal, there has been a raid that has been conducted by the Enforcement Directorate. But what has happened is the supporters of a local TMC leader against whom charges have been imposed and raids were taking place, the Enforcement Directorate officials as well as the CRPF personnel were attacked. They were hit, there was violence, and there was ransacking that took place of the vehicles surrounding the TMC local leader. All right, now amidst all these developments, the big question that arises is vandalism and violence justified? And on the other hand, there is this massive war that is going on between the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP, or so is what the Aam Aadmi Party is alleging. Is this all in the run-up to the Lok Sabha polls that are going to take place in just a few months' time? Is this vendetta politics on the part of the BJP, as has been alleged by the Aam Aadmi Party and therein also by the TMC? What is going on, and is this going to reflect how the people are then going to vote for political parties in the upcoming general election? Let's start off this conversation. Savio on the telecast with me. Savio, a response from you about the allegations that have been made by the Aam Aadmi Party as well as the TMC. On the other hand, what is happening in Delhi? This is vendetta politics as far as Aam Aadmi Party is concerned. On the other hand, the TMC and the Mamata Banerjee government are saying that you are maligning the face of the TMC and the state government for no reason whatsoever.
You know, Megha, one of the most important points that we need to ponder about is the Supreme Court's point of view as far as the liquor scam is concerned. Let me just read it out to you. The Supreme Court found prima facie merit in the ED's charge that changes in the Delhi liquor policy carried out by the AAP government resulted in gains of at least rupees 338 crore to wholesale distributors who returned the favor by funding AAP's election campaign in Goa. This is what the sum and substance of what the Supreme Court was actually talking about based on the ED investigations. Now, why is it important? Let me explain this to the viewers. Now, the Aam Aadmi Party came into being on the anti-corruption crusade that it led in the fight of India against corruption. Today, the Aam Aadmi Party and its anti-corruption messiah, Arvind Kejriwal, is under question mark because it is the corruption angle that has come out in the liquor scam, number one. Number two, in the recent scam that has been brought to light as well. These are very serious allegations. So for somebody like me, who had supported the India Against Corruption movement, and it's to deal with what I see as systemic corruption in the country, and it goes across all political parties, then the entire effort of the India Against Corruption movement, which was then led by Arvind Kejriwal and Anna Hazare and so many other people, comes to absolutely nothing. In my personal opinion, Arvind Kejriwal is slowly going to turn to be the reason that the people of India will never have faith in an anti-corruption movement again, led by the common man and a common woman, because of the kind of allegations that are coming to light. Once Arvind Kejriwal took the political route,
Okay,
Now,
but
the
Savi,
problem is
we
that
talk about the
today,
liquor
a
gate.
lot
Now we
more-
talk about this Mohalla Clinic row that has now erupted. CBI is going to probe into the matter. The matter is about the alleged fake tests and substandard medicines that are being provided to the patients who visit the Mohalla clinics. The Aam Aadmi Party alleges, why is the BJP hell-bent on targeting the Aam Aadmi Party? What is the
Well,
the
a
proof that the
political,
CBI has, and why is it that why is it that the CBI and the other investigative agencies and the and the enforcement directorate, they are all being allegedly used at the behest of the central government's agendas?
You know, Megha, whether BJP was in opposition and there was another government in power, at that point of time also political parties who were caught in corruption related scams were always painting the investigative agencies in a negative light. I think we should stop painting the investigative agencies a negative light. The investigative agencies are there to do their job. They are doing their job based on evidence that they have collected or through their investigation. Please ask the people, and the people of India must understand that if there are AAP alleged scamsters in jail, they've been in jail for over a year. Something must be there. There has to be a merit in the investigations if the Supreme Court itself feels that they are in jail and they need to be there.
Okay,
Why have they not got bail?
so then are you at this point of time saying and claiming that these arrests that are being made, the probes that are taking place against the Aam Aadmi Party, against the Aam Aadmi Party leaders has got nothing to do with the upcoming general election and the kind of narrative that the BJP wants to build against Aam Aadmi Party? Mind you, Aam Aadmi Party has begotten the tag of a national party, and is there a possibility it could dent the chances of the BJP as well as the Congress, keeping in mind it is also
Not
part
really,
of the India
because
alliance?
please Megha, the most important thing at this point of time, as far as BJP's Lok Sabha focus is concerned, is an ability for the people of India to understand the schemes that the BJP has put forward for the people across different sectors. Political parties coming together in the Indie bloc or the non-Indie bloc, it is for them to decide how they want to move ahead. Aam Aadmi Party, yes, has done well in some states and might continue to do well. They need to be worried more of whether they and Congress can work together. BJP does not need to do any strategy or any tactics. Investigations are being done. The people are looking at what is happening. An anti-corruption political party has got more corruption on its plate than expected. It's a real disappointment. And personally, I know a lot of the Aam Aadmi Party leaders, both in Goa and in other parts of the country. And I'm extremely disappointed because there was some hope that the India Against Corruption movement brought to the systemic corruption that exists in the country. It is systemic, it's a cesspool. But today, with the workings of the Aam Aadmi Party, the common man will lose its belief in any anti-corruption movement that will start once again. And that's the problem. That's the larger problem.
Okay. I also have with me Himanshu, but I've just been joined by Akhil. Akhil, we are talking about, of course, this alleged targeted attacks that BJP is making by using the investigative agencies as its tools, as has been alleged by the Aam Aadmi Party. And the larger question I ask over here is this independent investigation that is taking place, or is this vendetta politics of the BJP against Aam Aadmi Party, as has been claimed by the Aam Aadmi Party leaders for months together now?
It's an open secret. It's an open secret that BJP doesn't want to work in a positive manner in Delhi as well as in the country, I would like to say. I don't understand what kind of leadership in BJP, what they want to do. They are totally negative. They are just beating about the bush. They are not concentrating or focusing on the problems, the real problems, and that is the LG. They have created LG versus Chief Minister of Delhi. This is the kind of things BJP is trying all over India, in Bengal also, in other states also where BJP government is not there. I can just say that world over, the health clinic has been praised by many countries, including the European countries. They have come here to visit, especially to see the working of Mohalla Clinic. And BJP has created two kinds of administration.
Okay.
You see, to just make these things mash, because they are simple, very simple. I would like to say there is no need of CBI, ED. BJP is just doing, beating about the bush, nothing doing. They are just creating havoc.
As the government says and the BJP says, if everything is hunky-dory, why is it that the Aam Aadmi Party is scared of the Enforcement Directorate probe, or in this case, the CBI probe?
I am very much concerned about the state of the country as well. You see, nobody is afraid. BJP is afraid of losing the election in 2024. They are doing all kind of misinformation campaign against Aam Aadmi Party and opposition and India Gathbandhan. They are not doing the right thing for the country. It shows in their economic downturn in India. You see, 142 is the position of per capita income in India, and they are thinking about developing the country.
But I'm going to pose another
state of the
question
country
to you,
2047.
Akhil, okay, let's go down east in West Bengal, where there is a turn of events, and this has been kind of a pattern that is followed in West Bengal of violence, of vandalism, of ransacking and hijacking of the Enforcement Directorate, of the Central Police and central authorities working in West Bengal. And this incident has come to light where a raid was taking place at the residence of a TMC local leader in Kolkata. And what has happened is that the Enforcement Directorate officers as well as the CRPF personnel were attacked, they were beaten, they were hurt, and their cars and other vehicles were vandalized. Now is this fair? Is this also vendetta politics? Is this also the TMC's way of handling the central government and the central authorities, investigative agencies, and how they deal with the TMC leaders who are corrupt, who have charges against them?
The most corrupt party in the world is Bharatiya Janata Party. It is very well clear, and the most corrupt people you will find in Bharatiya Janata Party. That's why this chaos is developing in our countries. So
are you saying it is inevitable that the CRPF and the enforcement officers they met their fate because
this should not happen.
And also, is this justified?
This should not happen. Nobody can approve this, but this the kind of environment being created by BJP in Bengal as well. You see, they are stopping the funds, the genuine funds which they are supposed to give to the downtrodden people. They have stopped. So they are playing dirty politics.
Also,
it's dirty politics, and this is creating an environment of distrust.
That the schemes and the welfare projects have been halted. That had been announced by the Prime Minister. Their funds and schemes, everything has been halted by Mamata Banerjee, saying that her schemes and funds are not being dispersed, not being allowed to be dispersed to the larger public in West Bengal.
They are not giving the funds.
Okay, all right. Quickly getting in Himanshu, but also on the telecast with me. Himanshu, give us a fair picture of the developments that are taking place. Again, the confusion over here in the minds of our politicians. I don't know if it's confusion or confusion is being created for the people of our country to then judge and see and what all is happening, whether it is in Delhi or it is in West Bengal.
I would say very simply, let the agencies do their work. Do not interfere with it. Nobody should interfere with it. There are two lines of thinking which is very straight, and now we are heading to the polls. So it's natural that opposition will put everything on upcoming elections. You see, on one side in Delhi, what's happening is, why is it, my simple questions are, if there is nothing, if they are very kattar imandars, then why is it that after a year or so, Satyendra Jain or Deputy Chief Minister doesn't get a bail? Why is it that? Why is it that the court has to say that, inappropriation of the money has taken place, an entire AAP Aam Aadmi Party is responsible. File a case against them. Why is it that it's happening?
This is
See,
the big
it's very
problem. They
nice
are not being
going on a
allowed to
stage and
do.
talking
ED,
something.
CBI, they
You
are
know,
not
see, my
being
friend, I
allowed.
was
The
not
most
talking when
important
I...
problem is this, my friend.
Arey, my friend,
But
you don't
Saab,
talk in between.
But Saab,
This
you
is
are
our
not
basic...
allowing them to
this
do
is
their
what
own
they
job.
do.
They
This
are
is what is
intelligent
called
people.
Gudaism.
You are
And this is what is
interfering,
called
interfering,
hooliganism.
and interfering.
When someone is talking, you
I
don't
want to
interfere
hear
in
what
that.
Himanshu Bhatt is saying. Himanshu, continue your point of discussion.
No, because this is what exactly I was referring to. See, both these parties, on one side, they're in AAP, and in West Bengal, Trinamool Congress are over aggressive. So when someone is talking also, they cannot comprehend that. This is what is happening. And this is what exactly has happened in the Trinamool Congress, with Trinamool Congress. They have inherited, I would say inherited, in last 20 years, whatever gundas and hooligans were there in the communist parties of West Bengal to that party. And they rule everything as if it's my way or highway.
Okay. So,
You talk so much about
can it be said that hooliganism and gundagardi that takes place in West Bengal are the people, are the political parties in the other parts of our country and in Delhi much more dignified and respectable in the way they play their politics? I mean, it's
Relatively, I would
not
say so,
blood
but-
politics. You know, when people are getting killed, houses
Yes.
are being vandalized, cars are being broken into, they are being smashed. They are in fact, no, they don't even leave. Forget about leaders of the opposition. Forget about volunteers from the BJP or other political parties. We talk about the Enforcement Directorate, CBI. We talk about CRPF. They are also not left.
Yes. Basically, relatively, they are much more volatile than other states of the country. I would say so very, very, very clearly. If you see 2019 elections, you see elections after that. And where maximum violence has taken place? It's in West Bengal. Even in Panchayat elections, there you had so much of violence there. What does it suggest? It suggests very simply, that those people do not tolerate anything else.
So, Himanshu, how do we correct this?
See, you have to connect it, you have to connect that with an iron hand. When people don't understand the language of democracy, language of peace, language of, being together, maybe politically different thinking, that's all right. That can happen in a huge democracy like ours. But that doesn't mean that you beat up the other fellow.
Okay.
And every time inciting violence is not an answer to everything. You have to deal with them with the iron hands.
Okay, all right. Deal with an iron hand.
coming.
Is it quite the possibility? Is it practical in West Bengal? Quickly getting in Savio
It is not
Rodriguez to
practical
comment
right
on
now,
this.
that's
Savio,
why it's happening.
what is the strategy of the BJP for the general election, particularly in West Bengal? There have been strides that have been made by the BJP in the past elections where your tally has increased. How do you look at West Bengal and the organizational level, grassroots level, campaigning and other action plans that you are then going to implement to ensure that there are more people, more voters that are aligning towards BJP than voting for the traditional party?
You see, Megha, the BJP has, and in turn, the Indian government has had a massive outreach program over the last several months and years to work towards the upliftment of people in different sectors. The focus areas being women, youth, the poor, the farmers, that the Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been speaking about. So we are not into political upmanship in petty politics. That we leave to the opposition. The most important thing for us is to take our message, to take the programs that we have to the last mile of the person or the village that we want to touch, whether it is the northeast or whether it is down south. The point is today India is one. It's a whole family. You cannot have a government that thinks only about states that they have power in. They have to think about the entire country holistically. And that is why you've seen the Prime Minister's outreach in south of India. The BJP does not have much of a foothold in the south of India. But because he's the Prime Minister of India, his responsibility is to the whole of India. And if people then realizing that the schemes and the programs that we have brought out for welfare in various sectors appeal to them, they will vote for the BJP. They will vote for the inspirational leader that Prime Minister Modi is. If not, they will vote for the other opposition. After all, this is a democracy we are talking about, right? So India is a democracy. The people have got the power. The people will choose whoever they want to choose based on how they react to the promises made by each political party and to the deliverables of the political parties.
Okay, all right.
I would like to
Akhil,
say-
quickly come to you now. Is the politics of violence really working for Mamata Banerjee?
You see, you must see in the greater context of the country. You see, in every state where the BJP is not having their power, they are not in the power in those states, they are creating problem for that. It is very well known everywhere, every state where the...
But resorting to violence, vandalism, is this justified? And what is
Certainly
the kind
not.
of
Certainly not.
What is the kind of precedent Mamata Banerjee and TMC are setting?
Certainly
and why
not.
would the people of the country then vote for her? And even if she's a probable prime ministerial candidate.
See, what kind of problem, what kind of violence created by the BJP in many states, if you compare that, it is negligible I would say, in Bengal as well as in other states,
Really?
including Delhi. You see,
Sir,
Modi
you had a
Sarkar,
62-year-old grandmother
I would
who was
say,
raped
is
in front of her
making the
grandson
mockery
in the
of
post-election
democracy.
violence in
They
West
are,
Bengal.
sir, please, I am
Okay.
not interfering.
Okay, I don't know,
No, I'm
but there have
asking
been
you a
several
simple-
incidents of
BJP
violence.
is
There have
making
been
the
BJP
mockery of
karyakartas,
democracy.
BJP volunteers,
Respect.
even BJP local leaders who have been killed in West Bengal, they have been killed in Kerala. There have been incidents of violence that have been witnessed
What
in
about
a number
UP?
of southern states.
What about
Please tell us
Maharashtra?
West Bengal.
about the
But
62-year-old
is-
grandmother who was raped in front of her grandson in West Bengal in the post-poll violence. What was her fault?
Okay.
What was her fault?
This is, I would say,
Who were
Megha,
targeted?
they are creating
targeted?
all these
Please
kind
answer
of
that,
things
sir.
just to put president rule in Bengal. They are making all these kind of allegation and all this kind of shadyantra. This is a conspiracy just to create a president rule in Bengal. This is the things they are doing, BJP is doing. This is the only thing, because they are not following the democratic norms.
Akhil, quickly a question for you. Is Mamata Banerjee and the TMC succumbing to the kind of politics that BJP is playing? And should there be restraint being shown from the TMC side, or perhaps take a page out of Aam Aadmi Party's book?
I would say that Mamata Banerjee is doing all kind of good work for Bengal, and she came to Delhi to meet Modi ji also, just to create a sense of development in Bengal. And in Delhi, Arvind Kejriwal is doing all sorts of good work and contacting the BJP also for making a good environment. But BJP is not interested. BJP just want to create some problem in these.
You're not answering my question. Quickly getting a word from Himanshu. Himanshu, how do we see the situation? In these terms, is the perception being built against the BJP or for the BJP? Does this work for the Aam Aadmi Party? Will Aam Aadmi Party end up garnering sympathy votes from the people? And how about the TMC that has continued to have a stranglehold over West Bengal for decades together?
No, I don't think sympathy vote and all that will get to Aam Aadmi Party. It's too long now. It's been more than 10 years. People have seen everything. And one after another, when the scams keep coming, and still the man goes out, has the audacity to go out and say, I'm a Kattar Imandar. Well, people don't listen. People are not that fool. You know, our Indian democracy has matured out, I would say. And now the results of it will be seen. We are just having in a couple of months' time, we are going to have those elections, Lok Sabha elections. And then maybe after a few years, assembly elections. Now people are coming to know, why is it, I have a very simple question, the topic which you chose about the Mohalla clinics, why is it that so many doctors midway where thrown out by Aam Aadmi Party government in Delhi? If the medicines, what they bought and prescribed was not substandard, why were they thrown out? And who is responsible for that? Arvind Kejriwal says he's not responsible for that, being a chief minister. It is the prime responsibility of a chief minister. So when these things go off...
Okay. Like I said, we'll try not to, at this point in time, delve into what are the I mean, we can definitely speak about what are the charges. It remains to be seen the CBI probe, what is it that it is going to unearth in its investigation, and only then comment about whether the Aam Aadmi Party is responsible for it or not. Who exactly are these officials or leaders who are responsible for this alleged substandard medicines and fake tests that are being allegedly conducted over there? Quickly, Akhil, before I wrap this up.
In March 2023, our Health Minister, Mr. Bharadwaj, has ordered an inquiry on this, all
the Mohalla clinics.
Mohalla clinic, and as well as this fake this दवा स्कैंडल जो बोल रहे हैं ये, तो उसमें nobody has taken action. Health Secretary has not taken action for so many months together, and LG is not doing anything. LG is the in charge of all these administrative officers, so it is the responsibility of LG to take action. And he has recommended, long back Bharadwaj has recommended that Health Secretary must be terminated, because if you are not following, the person who is responsible for all these things is not following their instruction to inquire, to investigate, then how you will come to know? And now when everything is went beyond the control, now you are ordering CBI inquiry. Why in a normal sense it could have been checked long back, but LG is not doing anything.
Why a CBI probe now? Wow, what was taking for the investigative agency to take action in this matter when the LG had months ago flagged this issue?
Well, I think I can safely say that the CBI works in a time frame based on evidences that they have, and therefore when they've got the permission to go ahead and investigate the matter, they are doing their job. So why should Aam Aadmi Party have a problem if they are innocent? The same thing I'm asking Arvind Kejriwal, right? The Enforcement Directorate has called him for questioning. The Enforcement Directorate has not called him to be arrested.
Okay, all right.
They have called him for
fair enough. Okay,
why
fair
is
enough.
Arvind Kejriwal afraid?
Fair enough.
Why is Arvind Kejriwal afraid?
You know, the larger scheme of things, I'm out of time. Thank you, Akhil. Thank you, Himanshu Bhatt, and thank you, Savio, for joining me on the telecast. The larger point to be noted is that has Aam Aadmi Party become a strong contender against the BJP. Therefore, there has been this concerted effort by using investigative agencies to try and tarnish the Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi. Similarly, it is a regional stronghold of the TMC and Mamata Banerjee in West Bengal, which again is being seen as tough competition for the BJP in the general election. Only time tells. And also, obviously, the counter allegations that have been put forth by these opposition parties. Is the investigative agency, the Enforcement Directorate, the CBI working on their own behest? Or are there nudges coming in from the central government and the BJP to try to play vendetta politics for its vested interests? It's an interesting battle that we will be seeing as months pass along, because it is the general election 2024 that is on the anvil.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.